You know, there are moments in life, especially when you get out away from your small little town in the middle of nowhere kind of life, you know, that type of thing. I'm not making fun of people, but and you get near a big city, there are moments in life when your heart skips a beat, so to speak. I'm fighting traffic, and everybody else is kind of irritated and fighting traffic because they had to slow down on I-10 and 202, the loop coming from Phoenix right over there. And as we were leaving the Phoenix area, the speed limit increased to 75, you know, that's when, and the lanes start coming down into just 2 lanes instead of the 3 or 4 across, you know, as you're leaving the city, the area. And when I say Phoenix, I mean all the surrounding cities around it, around the suburbs around it. So I'm out checking my truck for bullet holes or anything, because as the speed limit increased and the highway narrowed, then I had a black Chevy and a come flying by me at more, you know, they're both speeding, but you could obviously tell they're speeding because the traffic was doing about 75. They were doing 80 or 90 or something like that. And then they slowed down around me because they had to get around me and they had to get around another truck. And thankfully they waited till they got around us. But between that, before and after, they were shooting each other. And how I know that is because as the Chevy went by me, Ford went behind him and shot out his back window. Glass just goes everywhere on the pavement. And when before he passed me there, he didn't have windows, and now I realized why. It's because that Ford had shot the 2 windows in the Chevy. And then, of course, as the Ford passed me, I noticed he had hardly any windows left either, because that Chevy had shot back and took all the windows out of his truck, trying to kill him. So, you know, I mean, obviously trying to shoot each other. I don't know, it kind of looked like a Mexican versus a cowboy type of thing. I don't know, I didn't look too close, you know, I was just mostly trying to get the hell off of there. So I'm taking a break from traffic because I got a feeling that just down the road over there is probably some kind of an accident or something. I don't know. When I pulled off here for this exit for that TA that's on the other side, to catch my breath, so to speak, and to check the truck for any kind of damage or bullet holes, because they were doing it right around all the other traffic. Nobody cared. Neither one of them cared. They're just both blind rage. Both had guns, shooting each other at 75 mile an hour or more. They were doing like 80 something. Traffic was doing 70 or 75. Looks like the truck came out unscathed, and I took the time while I'm wanting to calm my nerves, because that was a close enough encounter for me today. You know, it's another day you live through. I came out here and adjusted the flaps, tightening down. Got them back level where they go, because as you're driving, the flaps tend to push over one way or the other, depending on the wind, as your straps loosen up or whatever. So I got it back even again and strapped them down, and I'm just chilling out here because I don't know what's ahead of me. They were on my side of the road, of course, because they passed me going that way. And as I was coming off of this freeway exit and I stopped at the stop sign, I had a view, and the Ford had pulled over. The one that was chasing the guy had pulled over on the side of the road. He either gave up and started to call the cops or something, or he got hit, you know, for real, more than just the windows. And the Chevy must have won and kept on going, because the Chevy didn't stop. Probably a good thing it didn't stop. But I don't see no bullet holes or nothing. Didn't hit me, but they were actively shooting each other as they went to pass. Chevy went first, Ford went second, and as the Ford is going second, I could hear the boom across the gun, you know. And then I saw the front and back window of his pickup go nothing, you know, cracked and nothing. I think the windshield survived, but the back window went boom. And then as the Ford passed, I noticed the windows were busted out of it too, because they've both been actively just one-handed driving and one-handed shooting each other. You know, I mean, there's road rage, and then there's a gunfight on the road. And so, like I posted on Facebook, my 43 years of living, I've had a few other times that this has happened, and like close by me, and thank God I've survived them all, including this one. But nothing such a, you know, as American as this, pretty much. You can't get any more American than a lifted black Chevy and a lifted maroon Ford shooting at each other on the interstate. You know, you just can't get more American and, you know, United States citizen than that. And who knows if they're both United States citizens, I'm just saying. North America, the continent and all, you know. Like and subscribe. leave comments. I guess I'll slow roll that way. It looks like traffic is still going. So whatever that deal didn't stop traffic. Like and subscribe, leave comments. Catch you in the flip. Peace.